Many people are gluten-free these days because, well, they have to. Others because they just want less gluten in their diets. And here's the good news. You can actually still have stuff that tastes delicious. Amy Sichmeller is a health coach and a chef with Wellmade Restorative, and she joins us with a recipe for gluten-free zucchini bread pancakes with coconut butter. Looks delicious. Hey, Amy.
Good morning, Tiff.
Good to see you. I'm so excited about this. I've been trying to do gluten-free, and I've found that you can really make things that taste really good with different alternatives. So let's talk a little bit about easy, I guess, swaps for flour that are gluten-free that you think are good.
Sure. So for the pancakes today, I'm using a measure for measure flour, which means you could take the same amount of the measure for measure as that you would use all-purpose flour. So it's foolproof. It works great in quick breads, such as muffins and different cookies. And so that's what I'm using the pancakes today.
I love that. I know you well. I know your family is gluten-free for different reasons, but what are the benefits that people who go gluten-free receive?
A lot of times you see a decrease in inflammation in the body. You might not have a wheat allergy, but you might have an intolerance. There's just been a lot of studies that show that removing wheat from your diet can really benefit your health. I, first and foremost, have seen huge improvements to my health over the last couple of years. So I'm a big advocate for that, but you kind of can play with it too and see how you feel.
It's great. I always tease you when I see you online too. I'm like, whatever you're doing, I want to do because you're in great shape. And, so I want you to get into the recipe. Show us how this is made because it sounds delicious.
This takes no time at all, so don't think it has to even be saved for the weekends. You can do this anytime. I have a 1 1/3 cup of that gluten-free flour mix that's going right into my bowl. Again, you could use a regular all-purpose flour if you like. And then I have our leavening agents. I have the baking powder, baking soda, and salt that will make it nice, light and fluffy pancakes, not too dense. And then we want that zucchini bread flavor, so I have a little bit of nutmeg and a lot of cinnamon. And we're also going to use some orange zest because I like using orange zest in my zucchini bread. And so that's going to kind of elevate this recipe. And I'm just using a microplane here to get just the very outer layer of the orange peel into the flour mixture. All right, and then I'm going to use a little bit of vanilla. You just can eyeball it. And I have a little bit, I love adding superfoods to my recipes. So this has turmeric and hemp seed and flaxseed and a little collagen. You can just find what works for you. But that's going to give us a little nutritional boost. And then 2 eggs. This will be our binder. If you substitute the eggs for maybe flax eggs, this will actually be vegan. I have about a cup of almond milk. You use whatever milk you have in your house. A couple tablespoons of maple syrup. So if you want it a little sweeter, go a little heavier on that. I'm doing 2 tablespoons. And also a little bit of olive oil, or you could do melted coconut oil is really good for you. And then we're just going to give that a whisk. And then I'll stir in my grated zucchini. So I have 1 cup of grated zucchini that I just grated on a box grater. And then I use a spatula here because that will get kind of stuck in the whisk. And that is all that is to our batter. And then I just have a pan heating up over here, a little bit of oil, and I use a ladle, about a ½ cup or so. And I'll put that in. This probably makes about 5 good-sized pancakes. And then for the topping, for the coconut butter, this is basically a vegan substitute for cream cheese icing. So you can buy coconut butter in the organic section of your grocery store, and it's essentially the meat of the coconut that's all ground up. And then I mix it with a little bit of maple syrup and a little coconut yogurt, which gives it that drizzling consistency. So I'll show you how it looks. So I have 3 beautiful.
Sounds like a treat.
So it's a treat, but you don't have to feel guilty about it. And it's just going to power you through your day. These are kid approved. And you can see it's kind of like
That's what I was going to ask you. Getting your kids to eat those veggies within there and some of the superfoods and vitamins and antioxidants you're adding in there, your kids will eat it? They like it?
Yes. I actually had to make this batch this morning for the show. They have the extras. I tested them last week, and when they give me the okay, I know that it's a keeper.
I love it. So I love the fact that you can do this all gluten-free with super high quality ingredients, but you say you can substitute traditional ingredients, right? If that's what you have at home
Sure.
for your
Yep.
family.
So that measure for measure flour, you would just swap out 1 1/3 cup of your regular all-purpose flour. Whole wheat flour might yield a little bit denser of a pancake, but it's flexible. You just have to play with it a little bit and find what works for you.
All right, I'm going to try this out at home. Thanks so much for joining us, Amy.
Thanks. See you soon.
For this recipe for gluten-free zucchini bread pancakes with coconut butter, decadent, right? Go to themorningblend.com.